Hey, what's up everyone, this is Invalid Code. Let's do and do. Let's watch some Dota, let's have some fun. This should be cool, this should be cool. Oh yeah, what's up everyone? It's Invalid Code, bring you another audio commentary of a Dota game here, and this is gonna be pretty interesting. I think this is going to be Meteor Makers, the really old school Meteor Makers versus TT, the incredibly old clan, which of course has disbanded a long time ago, with Loda, with Bogdan, with Ake, all these old school players. And this is going to be a replay from version 6.44b, so it's a pretty old school replay. Just gonna try something a little bit new here. Recently I got this idea. I was watching a game with one of my friends, a new replay from the newest version, and we were discussing all the imba stuff that had been in Dota earlier, like for example the Aegis that you could buy in the shop, which had 3 charges and gave like insane, I think it was 40 or 60% magic resistance on top of those 3 charges. And yeah, there were just a lot of imba stuff in earlier versions of Dota, so should be interesting to watch an old school replay. I mean, I haven't watched this game myself since, well, back then, I believe. I guess I watched it back then because it's supposed to be a pretty good game, and of course these two teams were probably the best teams back then, Meteor Makers and TT. And I don't know, I mean, I don't remember what's imba in the version 6.44b, but I guess we'll find out what's what these teams decide to go for, and how it works out. So let's go ahead and load up the replay. And as you can see already, very imba old school Dota splash screen here with the Terrorblade, Crystal Maiden, Doombringer and Rasta there. So yep, this is pretty much how Dota looked like. Not incredibly different from now, I guess, but anyway, I don't know whether they probably already drafted, so so they're probably just gonna pick their heroes here. Yeah, as you can see, all the heroes being picked. So let's take a very quick look at the heroes here. Of course, we have them here as well. TT and Loda here, as you can see, playing the Shadow Fiend. He's going to be moving down lane. We have Warlock played by TT Ake. We have Bogdan playing the Sven. We have Quam playing Sand King, and Renji playing the Lina inverse here. He'll be going top with Sand King and Sven, I do believe, so gonna be an interesting lineup here. We've got Melini playing the Beastmaster. We have Milk playing the Furion. Hanny playing the Tinker. For Meteor Makers, that is. Queen of Pain being played by Puck, and Levent playing the Zeus. So should be very interesting to see how these players decide to play this one. I do believe Beastmaster will be in the forest pulling a little bit. I watched a little bit of the replay just to make sure that everything was working, and it was, so should be good. Creeps are now spawning. I'm just going to pause this 1 second and do some stuff here to make everything easier for me. I found this trick that I can do. I can place like this webcam interface here to block the replay bar, so you guys and that actually includes myself, so I won't even know when the game is over myself, which is pretty nice. Of course I need to be able to click the unpause button, but I guess I can figure out to do that. And yeah, that should be about it. So as you can see now, can't really see what time we're at, but that's all good, because then it'll be a surprise to us who's winning and who's losing, and yeah, should be good. And I was told that this was a good replay. It's approximately 40-50 minutes, I think. And yeah, let's get to it, I suppose. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to see what's imba and what's not in version 6.44 of 44b even, I do believe, of Dota, and which of these teams can pwn each other up. So it should be a good game. Beastmaster hanging out here in the forest. He's probably gonna pull this version. Of course, the first looks completely different. I know you can with Beastmaster you can pretty much double stack 3 creep spawns here, I do believe, by running to this one, pulling them up here, and using your axis on this creep spawn, long range axis here, and pulling and running down to this spawn at the same time, and then pulling all the creeps up here or something like that. You can double stack all these 3 spots. I don't know whether he's going to be doing that. As you can see now, he's just double stacking this. No, he's actually just pulling this stack to the creeps, it seems. Works out pretty well, I suppose. Down lane we have Shadow Fiend up against the Queen of Pain at the moment. Mid lane the Tinker up against the Warlock, and top lane we've got Zeus and Furion up against the triple lane here. So triple lane actually something we didn't see for quite some time in Dota. There was one period of time, I suppose it was 644 since they're doing it here, where triple lane was just something you did almost all the time, especially with heroes like Lina, Sand King, Sven, because of all those stuns. You just need to be good to anti-push the lane. That's denying your own creeps and forcing your opponents to fight away from their own tower. So let's see how TT can do regarding that in this game. And of course, triple lanes have come a little bit back into the game recently with, but mostly it's now a carry hero with 2 support heroes, allowing the carry hero to farm a lot instead of at the same time, of course, you can keep a lot of pressure on the lane, but back then it was simply just in order to keep up the pressure constantly and force the enemy heroes not to get any experience or gold. Anyway, as you can see here, Sand King coming in, he's actually spotting the Rexar a little bit here, who is creep pulling. He's gonna go in for a stun, hits him there, but he won't of course be able to kill him. The creeps are gonna be going for Sand King, so he has to pull back a little bit. He has got an observer ward, so he's placed one here already. Let's see if he decides to place the other one anyway. As you can see, rock golems spawned here, and they're simply owning these creeps up pretty hard, which is pretty good for Tink. Of course, he's gonna get a pretty good level advantage up against the Warlock here mid, because a lot of his own creeps are being killed, of course. And back then you could refresh the Black King bar, of course, stuff like that on the Tinker, so he was definitely a powerhouse. Should be interesting to see what they decide to build on him. Of course, even Gwynsu was a really good item back then. I mean, it's still a good item in my opinion, but I do believe the cooldown was pretty short compared to now. Beastmaster in the forest here, doing his best, pulling creeps yet again here. I don't think he's pulled the spot yet, but I do believe it's possible, but it's probably not that easy to do, and he seems to be playing a little bit safe. Ooh, he actually used a bottle charge there while poisoned, so that was not the best call, I suppose. Pretty much losing that one. Down lane, Furion and Shadow Fiend fighting it out a little bit here, juking it out. Furion of course taking quite a bit of damage here, but Akashia is ready to jump in if any trouble arises. Top lane, as you can see, they're going way past the tower in order to try and keep down the Zeus, but at the moment actually they are not doing that well. Zeus only level 3 though, while Sven, Lina both almost level 3, Sand King level 2, so they are keeping him a little bit away from the experience. Sven now coming in, and of course Sven only has a single target stun in this version. His stun isn't AoE, but if they're probably going to get some daggers, and of course dagger probably doesn't have the cooldown, or what's it called, the timer, 3-second timer that prevents you from using it after you get damaged by an opponent. So that should be interesting. Probably gonna see a lot of impact ganks here, stuff like that. Actually, I don't even know who wins this game. I think I might have an idea, but I'm not sure, so gonna be interesting to see how it works out. Of course, no first blood yet. Both teams doing a pretty good job. Level 5 Tinker, level 5 Warlock. They're actually pretty much equal in experience, so Warlock has probably been killing quite a few creeps. Whoa, that's actually pretty epic here. Tower killing the Gnoll Assassins, giving the Tinker a little bit extra experience. Furion coming in, going for that Warlock. Tinker's in the mix as well. Beastmaster coming in now as well. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the mana for anything. He's going to pick up the double damage in his rune here. Let's see, he's just going to be falling back, and I don't think they'll be able to take down the Warlock because of that Ember heal. Beastmaster with that DD now, just gonna make quick work of these creeps, then he's probably gonna get straight back to pulling. Top lane, of course, still triple lane, all level 3 at the moment.